Hello and welcome. My name's Phil.
His name was Phil.
And this is episode 9 of My Favourite Shots, where we just take one shot from one film and just slow things down a bit and have a look at how amazing it is and why it's such a good shot.
Well, I'm sure if there is one, Phil will sniff it out.
Please keep posting comments below. It's great to hear from you. And if you've not already, then please subscribe and hit the bell button down below.
I just finally know what I have to do.
This week's shot is from a film called La La Land, which was directed by Damien Chazelle. This is the follow-up to his amazing film Whiplash. He went straight in with another musical film, and he wrote this film as well, starring Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. And as an introduction, before we actually look at the specific shot, this film, shot by Sinus Lundgren, looks rather lovely. I like how the whole of this film looks. There are so many beautiful shots in this film, and it's a great story too. And one of the reasons it looks so beautiful is because it was shot on film. And for those of you that don't quite, of course it's a film, but it was actually shot on celluloid film, like old-fashioned when you had to send your camera off to get your film developed rather than a digital image. And that's one of the reasons it's got such a specific look. Another reason it's got the most beautiful look is that it uses something called anamorphic lenses. And that's where you can get super wide. And the way that they get super wide is by squishing the image. If you were to play it back normally, it would be all squished, and then they do something clever in post-production and kind of squeeze it back out so it looks normal. But what that means is that all of the background looks a bit different. All of those wide lenses look super kind of bowed, and it's a very specific look. And the reason Damien Chazelle and Linus Sandgren have done this is because this film is all about nostalgia. It's all about looking back to Hollywood and remembering where you've come from. Emma Stone's character is desperate to be in films, and how right and proper that the film about her becoming a star is in the style of a classic musical. And the shot I'd like to talk about today is during the moment when Emma Stone realises she's with the wrong guy, and she leaves the restaurant and she runs off to find Ryan Gosling, who's sat in a cinema waiting for her. So let's watch the clip now and see if you can spot which shot I'm going to talk about. They're sat in a cinema. I miss the cinema so much. Oh, it's nice. There's some nostalgia right there, isn't there? Pre-coronavirus cinema trips. Oh, did you spot it? The shot I'm going to talk about today is this one here. And they're all, I mean, during that entire sequence, every single shot is wonderful. But the reason I like this shot that we're going to talk about now is because it tells you such a lot about her character and about the film and about the story.
It's like Rebel Without a Cause, sort of.
I got the bullets.
Yes.
You've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Oh my.
So Sebastian's asked her on a date and she decides to go.
You should go. I mean, I can take you.
Okay.
You know, for research.
For research?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the very last moment, in fact, she's a bit late and she gets to the cinema, can't find him. So what do? Does she look from the back and to see if she can see him? No, she goes and stands at the front, and she stands in the film. And that's why this shot is so brilliant, okay? To tell you all you need to know about that character, they want to be in Hollywood movies. Okay, here's an idea. Why don't they go and watch Rebel Without a Cause, one of the most famous films ever with James Dean, and get her to stand in it. So you've got them filming her with a film behind, and it's shot on film, and it's a film about Hollywood. You've got all of those things going on all at the same time. And as the music swells, so do their hearts. It's a very romantic moment, and you can see how much they love each other. And then Sebastian spots her and he stands up. And so again, he's watching her in the film. So he can see that she's a star, or at least he sees her as a star. And then what do? After the cinema, when it all goes a bit wrong, she drives him to that observatory that's in Rebel Without a Cause, and they completely mirror the shot. So the shot that they watch on the cinema, they are then in again in their own film about their lives. So clever. And lots of comparisons have been made between Ryan Gosling and James Dean. People do think they look quite like each other. So in a way, Emma Stone is getting her very own James Dean.
I got the bullets.
As you probably know by now, it's not about how technically proficient or how difficult the shot is that makes it great. It's about whether it helps the story and whether it tells you about the character or the situation. And this shot does those things wonderfully well. And it's a beautiful shot to look at as well. Well, that's it for this week.
You want another one? Yes, you got it!
Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and any comments below, tell me what you like, how you think I can make the channel better, all that kind of stuff, just put it below. And I'll see you next week, where we're going to be talking about a shot from a 1970s film called Apocalypse Now. Almost 50 years ago that was. That's nuts, man.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
So have a great week, and I'll see you next time.